I'm not feeling the greatest today. So I've been working for Mr. Melvin since like July of 2025 and no, July of 2024. It would have been 2 years this July. So about maybe like an hour ago, his daughter texted me and told me that he passed away. Oh, you don't realize how attached you be to somebody until they're gone. And it's crazy because I worked all this weekend, but the last 3 weeks he was so sick, he was in and out the hospital, so I hadn't seen him in like 3 weeks. Like I haven't seen him since January, but I was able to work with him Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. And Monday he was so talkative. He talked to me for the whole 2 hours. And then Wednesday, it got real weird because I didn't even know he had came back from the hospital when I got there, but the ambulance was dropping him off. And his daughters was there, but he was really combative with them. Well, one of his daughters, he was really combative. And then, he was really, really agitated. And I usually sit in the chair, like, to the left of him. But he was so agitated till I sat on his bed, like, right next to him. And I just rubbed his knee to, like, help calm him down. And then while we was sitting there, he woke up and he started reaching for somebody by the window. And so I stood up and I like grabbed his hand and I was like, Mr. Melvin, you okay? And he was like, no, I'm sick. And I said, well, what's wrong? And he said, I don't know, I'm sick. And I was like, well, you want me to call your daughter? I named the first daughter. He said, no. I said, well, you want me to call the second daughter? He was like, no, they fuss. And I laughed because he was kind of funny. He didn't want them there. He said they fuss. So then, while I was sitting there holding his hand, I just instantly got so sad. Like, I felt this sadness and I didn't cry. My eyes just got real full. I just felt real sad. I felt like something was wrong. And usually I leave like at 6 o'clock. But I sat there to like 6:15 and I told his daughter that I didn't want to leave him. I wanted to stay. But I knew I had to come home to help get my kids ready. But I really wanted to stay. So then today his daughter sent me a text message and she said, oh, Dad went back to the hospital. And I'm like, I asked her, I said, if you don't mind, can I come visit him today at the hospital? And I was waiting for her to respond back. But she texted back and said, I'm sorry he passed. Man, he was 101. He was so kind. Whatever he did, he lived a good life, because for you to be 101, you had to do something right on this earth to live to be 101. I am going to miss him. I am going to miss him. I called him like my peaceful place because I got 2 kids. So On them days, I would go up there and I would sit with him and help him drink his water, and I would help him with his food. It was so peaceful. It was peaceful. We just sat there and I would watch. He liked the Western Channel, Grit, and he loved his snacks. Mr. Melvin loved his snacks. I would get his snacks like at 5:30. He had this gurgle. It was weird. When I see him this week, it was really weird. I can't even describe it. When he coughed, it was just like full of congestion, or it would seem like it was like a lot of mucus in his chest. I know he couldn't cough it up, but it's like a lot of mucus. It just sounded real weird. It didn't sound good. I kept going to get them terrible ass CNAs saying it sounded like he about to throw up. My hair is in my eye. I kept saying it sounded like he about to throw up. The amount of sadness I feel right now. He would tell me stories about his horses. And he kept talking about his wife and his brother. That's what he talked about this week. He talked about his brother, Lauren, and his wife, Teresa. And they passed. So I wonder were they around when he kept waking up looking to the right. And I was sitting on he kept waking up looking to the right. And I was sitting on his left-hand side. I felt like it was somebody there that was calling him. A few times he was talking to somebody. I got a chance to say goodbye Wednesday. I wanted to go up there today. Today was the first time I actually asked her, do you mind if I come up there and see him today at the hospital? All the times he been at the hospital, I never asked, but I really wanted to see him today. But it was cool because I was with him Wednesday. His daughter let me be in there with him Wednesday to calm him down. So, because he was worked up. That's the first time I ever heard him cuss. He never cussed, but that Wednesday was the first time I heard him cuss. He was so frustrated. And I was trying to tell him, because my mom had this thing called sundowners. And she would get so cranky and so mean around 5 and 6 o'clock. And when you going through stuff like that, nobody understands. So when you like that, you don't want somebody frustrated. You just want somebody that can calm you down and be your peace. And so after they had left, I just sat there with him. I just want him just to calm down. It's already got to be bad enough that you old and you're confused and you don't really know. So if I could have just, which I did, sat there and just rubbed his leg, I did with the only thing that I knew would calm him, and held his hand. I'm gonna miss him, Mr. Melvin. Oh man, he used to say some of the craziest things to me when I fucking started working there, and people were pissed, but I thought it was funny. I thought he had humor to be 100 years old. He'd be like, you got nice text. Oh, I'm gonna miss Mr. Melvin. Yeah.